Hello, Tony Walker here with some more videos for you. You've probably seen, if you've watched the videos for the flashlights, you've probably seen my video about the Defender maybe about a year and a half, 2 years ago, and then the EB1 backup, which I bought last year. And I've since sold both of those lights and bought a few other items to replace them. So just going to show you those this afternoon. I ordered these from lapolice.com. I believe it's the website. At least you can search LA Police and you can find it. And if you look, you can sign up for some emails from them, follow their Twitter feed, and you'll find some discounts. So I got a really good deal on both these lights. And well, I say both of these. I've got that video, and then after I finish the Outdoorsman, I'll show you the Defender. We'll save that for a few minutes. So, going to show you these two lights this afternoon. But this one is the E1L Outdoorsman compact dual output LED flashlight, new higher output. The model number is actually the E1L-A. So if you're looking online for one of these, for a one battery Outdoorsman, an E1L Outdoorsman, just make sure that you get what you're expecting to get. Some of the websites where you find things for sale doesn't always specify exactly which one you're getting. It might just say E1L Outdoorsman. Well, you don't know if that's the 45 lumen version or the upgraded 80 lumen version that was still advertised as 45 lumens, or the new 90 lumen version. So just trying to show you these videos to educate you and help you out best I can. The original E1L, I say original, I don't know if it's the very first one, but the one that Surefire was making when I got into flashlights, it was advertised as a 3 lumen on low, 45 lumens on high. And then they changed to a different head, which if I remember correctly, was the same head that was used on the E2L AA version, which was also a 3-volt head. But I guess they used that head and put it on the one cell CR123 body, which is still 3 volts. Whether you've got 2 AA's or one CR123, you're still looking at 3 volts. But what that brought is a little bit higher output, at least based on the specs. And so that brought the E1L Outdoorsman from 45 lumens up to 80 lumens. Well, this one has been upgraded. So this is the newest one, and the differences you're going to see, at least on the box anyway, going to have 90 lumens on max output, up from 45 or 80, depending on how you figure that, the original Outdoorsman. And then on low, you've been up from 3 lumens to 5 lumens. And then you've got 41 hours of what they call useful runtime. Again, it is listed as an E1L Outdoorsman, but when you're searching online and you want to make sure you get this exact one, make sure you're looking for the E1L-A. Not going to read you everything on the side of the box. 1 cell battery, 5 on low, 90 on high, 41 hours on low, 6 on high. Go through that briefly. You can pause and read if you'd like. There you go. Alright, there's that. I've already had it for maybe about a week and a half, 2 weeks or so, somewhere in there. If you've never had a Surefire flashlight before, you'll notice it's the nice box within a box. And there she is. So when you open it up, light's going to be as if it's floating. Some of the first iPod models, the boxes Apple made, you'd open them up and they'd be sitting inside of a tray. No, they just come in those little pieces of plastic. Okay. I'll show you the papers just so it'll be a completely thorough review, but these are pretty much standard with every Surefire flashlight. You're gonna get one of these papers advertising some products. You're gonna get one of these things talking about the batteries. You're gonna get a sticker, and then you're gonna get a thing saying don't use fake batteries, basically. But you can read that when you get one. The only thing I guess that does vary in these handheld flashlights is the closest thing they have to the user manual. And this one right here shows you the different Outdoorsman's lights that Surefire does make. You've got the E1L-A, which is a one-cell light. The E2L-A, which is a light that runs off two CR123s. And then you've got the E2L-AA-A, or E2L-AA-A, which would be the upgraded AA version of the Outdoorsman light. And there you can pause and look at those specs. That shows you the output on high and low and the runtime on high and low for the different Outdoorsman lights. Okay, so we'll put that back in there. I've wanted one of these Outdoorsman lights for a while, and when you look at them on paper, you'll notice that they don't put out as much light as maybe a EB1, but they do have a lot longer runtime. And if you've seen my video about my building, where I come do my majority of my studying or just sitting and thinking, resting, whatever, you can go back and watch that video about my little wood building. As you remember from that video, I don't have power. And so what I do is I would use my flashlights. And the main reason I got this is so I can have a flashlight. Now all the flashlights, of course, I can put them on that low 5 lumen and have plenty of run time to do enough reading for several days or even weeks, probably. But even on low, it is good. The 5 lumens is good enough to read for a little while. But if I'm going to be sitting out here for a couple of hours, I'd like to have a little more light. The Defender and the EB1 backup, if I ran them on high, it'd kill the batteries too quickly. And it's really more light than I need in my little building where I sit at. So this really fit the bill perfectly. This is what I was looking for. It's got a nice bright high setting, but not bright enough, so bright that it's going to catch the wood building on fire and be dead after 30 or 45 minutes. So this is a good balance of just the amount of light that I would need to light up this little room, and long enough runtime that I can come down here on one battery and not worry about the light dying on me. A few things to point out about the light. You'll notice part of the upgrade was the two-way pocket clip. Obviously, that is not a two-way pocket clip. If you read, I can't remember the exact website, but I believe it's flashlightguide.com maybe. Flashlight Guide or Flashlight Reviews. If you'll look on there, he does probably the best reviews I've seen of Surefire flashlights. I hardly recommend his website. He had the same problem. The light he ordered must have been from Surefire's initial run or whatever, because they still had these one-way pocket clips on it instead of the two-way pocket clips. Now, if you're not familiar how that two-way pocket clips works, you can watch my EB1 video, and you can see that in action, where this pocket clip would allow you to have your clothing like that, and the light's in there, or you could put your clothing that way, and the light would be head up. So head up like that, or tail cap out like that, and then it would stop right there when the clothing hit the pocket clip. So called Surefire, told them I had a E1L-A, and that, as I said earlier, that does make a difference. the E1L did come with this one-way pocket clip, but that was part of the upgrade, the two-way pocket clip. And so they said that they would send me one. That was today is Tuesday. That was one day last week, and I haven't received it yet, but I'm sure I will in a few days. And actually, one thing, if you've seen my Defender video from last year, I spoke about changing out the pocket clip on that, and so whenever I get the two-way pocket clip in, I'm going to make another video of how to take this pocket clip out and how to put the new one in. And you say, well, Tony, that's simple. You just take this one out, put the new one in. But there's a little bit of a trick to it that may help you out, because these things are in here so tight, and the threads right here and the O-ring are so close. Yeah. See, if you're not careful, when you pull this pocket clip out to replace it, if in fact you do get the one that didn't come with the correct clip to start with, when you go to pull this out, if you're not careful, you're going to scrape these threads. And I did that with my Defender, the video last year, my first Surefire flashlight, the A2D LED Defender. I've been using the rechargeable batteries in mine. Works out good, a lot cheaper. Don't get the same amount of runtime as you do with primary batteries, but then again, a lot cheaper. I bought this battery one time and I'll never have to buy any more, whereas if I bought the disposable ones, I'd have to replace them whenever they die. So it makes a difference in the psychology of it. I know in the back of my mind with primaries that I'm burning money. I know in the back of my mind with rechargeables, all I've got to do is just charge them back up. So there's a shot of the body. Again, real small body. Tail cap. It's got the website on the... There we go. Got the website on there. See the texture that's been machined into the aluminum. Gives you a real good grip. Same way on the body. See it textured right there. And I did put this ring on here as a lanyard attachment point. I'll show you that in a moment. And then show you the head. See, it's got the spring contact right there, so there's not going to be any flickering if you jolt the light and then the terminals lose contact. This is probably going to be hard to do with... I've got my flash on my iPhone on. That kind of gives you an idea of what it looks like down in there. It does have the appearance of a little bit of a crenulated bezel right there, but looks can be deceiving. It's really not. It's not enough to make it's nowhere near as pronounced as the Defender flashlight. That's probably just more for looks, if I had to guess. Okay, so to assemble it, put the tail cap back on. Drop your battery in from the top. You got to screw it all the way down before it'll come on. There we go. Okay, show you there. Put the split ring in there. The split ring on there. I've got a gray Surefire lanyard. Put it in right there. Clip it. Put it like that. Tighten it up on your wrist. And there you go. Light's not going to fall off. You can let it dangle while you do something. And it's still long enough that you got a good grip. Now when I do get my two-way pocket clip, I will lose that lanyard attachment point. There is a hole in the top of the two-way pocket clips that allows for a split ring to be put on there. but unless they've upgraded it or fixed it, the hole didn't come down far enough on the front side of the clip, so the split ring just didn't have enough wiggle room. It was too tight. I've got one idea in my mind that could fix that, but I'll just have to wait and see. Okay, so that was an E1L Outdoorsman KE1 head, for what that's worth. Anti-roll ring right here. You can see the surface, how it flattens ever so often, about every finger's width. But it does fit nicely in my hand. Not too small, not too big, not too bright, but not too short of a runtime. A good combination. One good thing, I guess, about ordering it and coming with this old pocket clip, I've always got the option of being able to put both of them on. This pocket clip is dead sturdy. It's almost too sturdy. It almost won't budge. But if you were to put this if you were to put this light on a visor, I can assure you that once you lift that up and put the bill of the hat up under there, it's not going anywhere. So that is one advantage of having this shorter clip. Obviously, unless you've got a good setup with a good camera and good lighting, the beam shots aren't going to justify anything. But just to give you an idea, on low, that's low, and that's maybe about a foot. The light is maybe about a foot and a half away from my desk. Off and on in 2 seconds, and that gets you to high. Low, high. Can do momentary, barely press for low, barely press for low, barely press for high. Or you can barely press for low, click for high. Or click for low, click for off. So idea how it works. Clicky version. First is on low, off, high. Low, high. Low, high. Any questions? Just leave me a comment. Appreciate everyone been watching the videos. It seems like they've been picking up a little bit. Got several videos about flashlights, a few pocket knife videos, about to do another multi-tube video of a Leatherman product, as well as the Bible reviews, if you care to look at those. Not necessarily dealing with what's contained in the scriptures. From a teaching standpoint, you can watch some of my sermons to see what I have to say about the inside of the Bible. But the YouTube Bible review videos that I've put up are dealing with the Bible as a physical object itself. The binding, the leather, the paper, the ribbons, the way the Bible is sewn together, kind of more or less from a quality standpoint. So be sure to check out those if you're interested as well. Think that's all. Going to move along now to the Defender video, and so be sure you watch that. Thanks for watching.